Thailand's location has endowed it with a varied ecosystem as well as a wide-ranging biodiversity. Its central plains are blessed by regular rains. Its highlands are sources for streams and rivers that feed naturally fertilizing algae, and its coastal areas are just as brimming with life. The nation's climate is temperate and tropical, with alternating dry and rainy seasons. Each region of the nation is distinct in its geography, and the country as a whole is conducive to the growth of many different plants, especially over 1,000 kinds of herbs that are highly medicinal and can be used as raw materials in the production of pharmaceuticals, as they have been through history with the application of Thai wisdom and now through development into modern medicine. Many Thai herbs are economic crops that are traded both across the country and exported in high volumes each year. In acknowledgement, the government has devoted support to businesses in the herbal industry, providing technical and practical guidance and a research assistance from the source of production through the supply chain to end users. The goal in supporting production of Thai herbs is enhancement of their capacity and standards, as well as their processing into commercial products that respond to domestic and international market demands. Development began with product champions Thai black ginger, Kasamunar ginger, turmeric, centella, and green choretta in accordance with the first National Master Plan on Development of Thai Herbs for 2017 to 2021. Come get to know herbs so you can understand, believe, choose, and use Thai herbs.
จากการที่รัฐบาลมีแนวคิดเรื่องการส่งเสริมยุทธศาสตร์
As the government has decided to support Thai herbs under the Herb Master Plan of 2017 onward for another 20 years, we, as the Herb and Thai Traditional Medicine Development Division, have taken on its work plan for implementation. Our task is to look into the concepts and practices that will result in this master plan coming to fruition and sustainability. Our cooperation with the National Bureau of Agricultural Commodity and Food Standards, or ACFS, concerns standards for herbs and good farming of herbs according to the standards of ACFS. Towards this, we drafted a plan and declared it for use across the nation, governing planting and harvesting of Thai herbs. Another standard we have set concerns organic farming. One government policy is for seasonal herbal extracts, that they be processed and put to market and be able to be stored for use out of season. Seasons with high yields of herb crops should result in supplies that last into the off-season. A second policy is that herbal extracts be processed for use in various industrial applications, such as in the cosmetics industry, the nutritional supplements industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the animal industry, and others. For this, we joined with the Thai Industrial Standards Institute to establish standards, or TISIs. The 74th TISI Commission established the standards for herbs and essential oils. The next matter is research and development, including creating best manufacturing practices. Lastly, we are working with Alibaba to set up a website that is ready to sell standardized Thai products, which can be sold both domestically and internationally. Towards these ends, the government and the Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine are ready to support Thai herbs so that they may serve the nation's health needs and economy. Gotu kola. Botanical features. Gotu kola is a long-living herbaceous plant that creeps along the ground with roots and leaves extending from its vines. Its leaves emerge from its joint in bushels of 2 to 10 leaves, which form a kidney-shaped cone. Each leaf has an undulating shape. The plant's flowers emerge in groups resembling umbrellas, with each plant usually having 2 to 5 groups of 3 to 4 flowers each. Flower stems begin straight, but eventually begin to curve and end in an epicalyx under the flower. Stems are short, while flower petals are purple with red undertones that gradient from the base of the flower. Male pollen is short and the fruit of the plant is dry with no flesh, with a flat shape designed to be broken. Medicinal properties. The Ministry of Public Health recommends Gotu kola in the treatment of insect bites and stings as well as wounds, instructing that fresh leaves be rubbed into the affected area or that they cover the wound twice a day. The herb is included on the national list of essential medicines. Treatment of varicose veins. The loss of elasticity in veins results in the condition known as varicose veins, as they tear and allow blood to clot in the leg. These clots lead to swelling and the appearance of varicose veins. Studies have found that consumption of Gotu kola leaves reduce the swelling by improving circulation. Ultrasounds show that those using the herb had a reduced instance of broken veins. Wound repair and treatment of some skin conditions. An important part of Gotu kola's popularity as an herbal remedy is its containment of triterpenoids, which have been found to be effective at healing wounds. The substance is an antioxidant and stimulates circulation around wounds. Use of the herb improves healing time and can help to avoid scarring. Scleroderma treatment. As an anti-inflammatory, Gotu kola is effective in treating the symptoms of scleroderma. It reduces joint pain and the hardening of the epidermis while adding mobility to the fingers. Dosages should be controlled by a physician. Reduction of swelling. Swelling is caused by the irregular circulation of blood and clotting in a particular area of the body. Consumption of Gotu kola drinks or capsules can reduce swelling around wounds and address the inflammation causing the swelling. Internal treatments. Cooling. Excess heat in the body can result in fever, thirst, and even inflammation. The cooling properties of Gotu kola can help offset the body's heat and expel toxins, remedying ailments that are a result of excessive heat, such as jaundice, kidney stones in the urinary tract, and cholera. Consumption of cooling Gotu kola disperses moisture in the body, helping it to release heat. Appropriate doses are recommended, as excessive consumption can overly cool the body and pose a danger. Anxiety and stress relief. The triterpenoids found in Gotu kola reduce anxiety and encourage brain activity. High doses are required for these effects, and a definitive conclusion on quantities and their side effects on the body are still pending. Brain enrichment. The antioxidant properties of Gotu kola help protect the cells of the brain and reduce brain fatigue, boosting its functions and memory. It can also be effective against depression and in staving off the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. Insomnia and fatigue treatment. On top of addressing anxiety, Gotu kola can also bring calmness and peace, helping patients to sleep more easily if consumed before bed on a regular basis. The herb also helps in rejuvenation and the overcoming of fatigue that may be the result of illness. Consumed during higher temperature, Gotu kola has a cooling effect and can help quench thirst. Blood pressure reduction. The Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine recommends Gotu kola for regulating blood pressure and notes it strengthens veins and capillaries. It can also relieve stress, which causes high blood pressure. Treatment of infections. Gotu kola is considered effective at remedying the common cold and can also heal infections in the urinary tract, as well as treat the symptoms of various bacterial and viral infections. Usage must be regulated and under the supervision of a physician. Skin and beauty. Skin treatment and revitalization. Gotu kola is a household beauty product in Thailand that contains substances beneficial to the production of collagen and elastin, which keep skin soft and maintain a youthful appearance. The antioxidants in the plant also reduce wrinkling. Incorporation of gotu kola in skin treatments is effective, but fresh leaves can also be applied directly to the face. Cellulite elimination. Regular consumption of gotu kola can reduce the body's production of cellulite and improve circulation, reducing inflammation caused by cellulite. Hair and scalp enrichment. Hair loss is mostly commonly caused by weakness in hair follicles and poor circulation of blood in the scalp. Gotu kola can encourage circulation and strengthen follicles, preventing loss of hair while enriching new hair without the need for chemicals. Pharmaceutical applications. Wound healing. A study that provided gotu kola extracts in capsule form to diabetic patients found their overall condition to improve with no side effects. Reports also indicated that 0.25 to 1% gotu kola extract cream can help treat the skin of elderly individuals, remedying inflamed wounds and post-surgery scars. The cream also proved to minimize scarring after accidents. The herb also promotes the growth of connective tissue, collagen, and uronic acid. Its cream, applied with honey and gels with gotu kola extract, were also found to be beneficial to the skin. Anti-inflammation. Application of various gotu kola products, including facial soaps, lotions, and skin serums on patients with chronic skin inflammation, found all to be effective in reducing symptoms, with powder made from the plant's overground portion particularly effective. Patents have been secured to extract madecassoside and terminaloside from gotu kola for use in cosmetics and anti-inflammatories. Treatments containing gotu kola also exist, targeting inflammation in the renal pelvis and the kidneys, bladder, and urinary tract. Ethanol extractions of gotu kola leaves have anti-inflammatory properties, with saponin and triterpene both active in reducing inflammation and swelling. Honey and madecassolo, a gotu kola extract applied to skin, has been shown to reduce inflammation resulting from radiation therapy. Antihistamine. Alcohol extractions of gotu kola mixed with water in a 1-to-1 proportion and applied externally can help in reducing allergic reactions, as well as the pain and inflammation of insect stings. Pain relief. Ethanol extractions from the gotu kola stem and leaf have pain relief properties. Antibacterial. Extracts from the root and leaf of gotu kola, as well as its essential oils, have antibacterial qualities and can be used against Bacillus subtilis and E. coli. Reports indicated that some derivatives of asiaticoside can prevent the growth and development of tuberculosis in test tubes and are effective in reducing traces of tuberculosis in the liver. Antifungal. Ethanol extractions from the gotu kola stem have antifungal properties resulting from the presence of trichophytin, mentagrophytes, and T. rubrum. Its essential oils contain Aspergillus niger, Rhizopusoriaceae, Fusarium solani, Candida albicans, and Coledotrichomuceae. Treatment of stomach ulcers. Studies have found that ethanol extractions from both the stem and leaves of gotu kola can help in treating stomach ulcers by preventing the multiplication and dispersion of cells from the ulcer. Consumption of the extraction madecassol has shown effectiveness in treating digestive system and intestinal ulcers. Side effects. No side effects have yet to be reported. General toxicity and effects on the reproductive system. Gotu kola is not appropriate for people who are currently in a cool state, as it will further reduce their bodily temperature and cause bloating. Overconsumption of the herb can be detrimental due to its cooling effect, which in large amounts can ruin the body's natural balance. Consumption of fresh gotu kola leaves of about 10 to 20 leaves per week is considered an appropriate amount, but daily consumption is considered poisonous. Gotu kola leaves should not be dried as they lose their medicinal value. Plants' leaves can be extracted of their essential oils and have not been found to have any toxic effects or impacts on implantation during conception. Tests of saponin, which comprises 2% of the entire plant, found it does not have any spermicidal effects. Source development means giving importance to the planting of herbs, from the selection of species to finding appropriate locations for their cultivation to emphasizing organic farming methods. It also means supporting farmers in entrepreneurial groups across the country and the Forest Industry Organization, or FIO, under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment in its administration of economic forests used as sources for quality herb cultivation. Up to 3,600 rai of land across the country has been devoted to the economic forest program from the FIO's over 11,532 rai of administrated land. The Forest Industry Organization, or FIO, is working with the Ministry of Public Health on behalf of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment to enter forest lands into the Herb Forest Development Project. One aspect that must be considered for herbs intended for consumption is that they must be chemical-free. The FIO's forest lands, which have received certification by the Forest Stewardship Council, or FSC, are obligated to be managed without the use of chemicals in line with international guidelines maintained by the FSC. Since receiving funding and implementing such practices in July 2017, we have seen very satisfactory results with those farmers working with us in agroforestry farming, all benefiting and receiving compensation for their participation. In 2018, we have expanded the types of herbs we are growing from an initial 3 to a variety of herbs, giving our farmers more opportunities for income. The FIO is to commit 600 rai of land to each year of this program, which is running for 5 years in total under the Herb Master Plan. There are several agricultural evaluation and certification agencies. The Forest Stewardship Council, or FSC, the National Bureau of Agricultural Commodity and Food Standards, or ACFS, Good Agriculture Practices, or GAP, standards set by the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives, of the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. Organic Thailand, a brand under the Department of Agriculture,
I am Samang Bunchop. I live here in Mu 8 of Nilapet Subdistrict, Wangle District of Nakhon Pathom Province, a source of Gotu Kola. Almost every household in this area grows Gotu Kola, with each tending a crop of between 3 and 5 rai, depending on their capability. It's a supplementary source of income, but it brings in daily revenue now because it is in demand. It takes about 3 to 4 months before we can begin harvesting, and through that time we have to regularly water and fertilize the field. Once they reach about this level of thickness altogether, each plant is likely long enough to be cut and sold at market. How you harvest the plants depends on how you grew them. If you use chemical fertilizers, there is one way to harvest. If you didn't use chemical fertilizers or only mild fertilizers, there is another way. I was contacted by buyers, and since I had these shorter, less appealing plants left over, I decided to dry them in the sun. It's a timely process that can take up to 4 days, but once dried, you can take the leaves and mix them with flour before frying them. Once fried, you can add flavoring and turn them into snacks. My buyers package these as OTOP goods. My own group just recently formed, but we have received GAP certification. There are 6 or 7 of us. Some of our sales are to Europe, but demand there is not high compared to the size of our crops. When we were contacted by the buyers, they wanted appealing plants, but at a low price. The price was too low for us to agree.
Acceptance of herbal qualities and an abundance of research by various institutions have prompted the business sector to develop an array of herbal products and put them to market. To ensure confidence among both consumers and producers in herbal products, several agencies now certify such products. Thailand Institute of Scientific and Technological Research, the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, Good Manufacturing Practice, or GMP, and Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point, or HACCP, and Thai Industrial Standards Institute, or GMP. My name is Chuan Thamasuriya, and I am the hereditary owner of the Kanki Nam Tao Tong Company, the producer of Nam Tao Tong brand bitter herbal pills for over 117 years. There are currently 2 herbal products that we sell. The first uses gotu kola and the second is gooseberry. Our products use fresh gotu kola rather than dried. What you usually find being sold in department stores is made of dried gotu kola. The dry powder is taken home and mixed with hot water for consumption, much like instant tea. While that is fine for consumption, our product is made with fresh gotu kola, which has its moisture removed through pressing and is then spray dried in a process resembling how coffee grounds are made. The resulting powder mixes immediately with water for consumption. Gotu kola's most distinct property is its ability to close wounds. The active substance in gotu kola is Centella asiatica, which helps in healing wounds and getting rid of acne. It is particularly useful in accelerating the healing of surgery scars. Elderly people should especially consume gotu kola because it aids in memory retention and recollection and can help combat the effects of Alzheimer's disease. Seeing all the benefits of gotu kola, we decided to develop it into an easily drinkable solution. That led us to creating this water-soluble gotu kola. Using fresh gotu kola, we run into many of the same problems you would face using any fresh herb. Our process is considered an initial extraction, which means that any water-soluble substances in the plant are extracted into the drink we eventually consume. That makes our drink very high in nutrition and makes it effectively like drinking a gotu kola plant. However, to use this solution as a treatment, say to deal with acne, you would have to subject the powder to further extraction using alcohol that will draw out active substances like asiatic acid, which is an antibacterial effective against acne. Gotu kola can also be made into a cream. The herb industry is very much in trend right now. You could even say it's fashionable. This can be good. There are many herbs that are now easy to market, like black galangal, pereira, turmeric, and Casamunar ginger. There are hundreds of herbs, and these here are fresh gotu kola and fresh gooseberry that only we've thought to make water-soluble. The herb market is very diverse. Herbs as an area of study can be divided into 4 areas: medical, pharmaceutical, physical therapy, and obstetrics. Businesses to do with herbs thus fall into one of these 4 areas. Spas fall under the realm of Thai traditional medicine. Years ago, SME Bank sought to support the herb business by establishing an outlet at Amarin Plaza. After about 3 years, it ceased operation because it wasn't growing. So it's surprising why herbs, as an industry, are expanding now. Just 6 years ago, the industry was stagnant. Why is this happening? It's because support has begun to flow in from the government. Herbs are not a valueless endeavor. They can make you rich. It is just a matter of what to do, and that's something you'll have to think about. Of course, not everyone who enters this business will be a success. You have to figure out what you're selling. You have to have an idea. That idea will take you to a vacancy in the market that you can then inhabit. I have to say, herbs can bring you riches, but they can also bring you ruin. It all depends on your ideas and how you choose to proceed. Thank you. There are also international agencies helping to certify organic farming processes for global acceptance, such as the International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movements, or IFOAM. The validation helps to build confidence in herbal products for consumers and the producers who need the herbs in their products to be of a high quality and accepted for wide distribution and inclusion in each year's many exhibitions and retail fairs. Meetings and seminars are also held to elevate knowledge on herbs to new standards in step with the 4.0 era economy. Similarly, there are agencies providing data, academics providing guidance, marketplaces for herbs and extracts, production facilities, and both offline and electronic markets.